what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna zig it, zig it, zig it, zig it. Spice Girls, I never really liked their music. I never really thought they were like a great vocal group or even lyric group, but they had interesting clothing choices and they had diversity. And those two things made them wildly popular. And so what is it that you want? Chances are, if you want it, you ain't got it. Hey, what's up, friends? My name is Ray with Get Real Ray, a place and space for life and business tips from this creative soul to help provide you with a little guidance, or at the very least, some laughs. And so let's get real. Let's get real about the shine. Oh my goodness, you guys. So the humidity has been on the high end lately, and I didn't want to have the air on while doing this video because I was kind of worried that it would make my mic go crazy and stuff. So I'm just going to glow for you like a movie star. Ding. During this video. What do I want? I want coolant right now. But yes, let's talk about what do you want? So I was meeting with another business owner earlier today, and, you know, we were both talking about marketing woes. And earlier this year, I met with a business mentor, and I've been through a number of free mentors over the years. And a lot of times I find myself connected with individuals who have business knowledge, but they have no knowledge about my business or what I do or the technology that is necessary to do the things that I do. And so I find that a bit frustrating and disheartening. Now, keep in mind, I'm not paying for this mentoring service. And so it makes sense that those who are available to donate time and energy to helping people for free are people who are generally retired or have stepped away from having a lot of business responsibilities, or maybe their time is very divided and they just haven't been able to catch up on technology or whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying that everyone's of a certain age because that's not true. I've had mentors of various ages. But in terms of feeling like the mentor I'm speaking with can really help me move my business forward, a lot of times it's kind of like, okay, let's see if I can get any kind of golden nuggets out of this conversation. A friend of mine, earlier in Handy, she would sign up for just about any kind of coaching session, mentoring, like anything. And she would pay good money, which I was just kind of like, where are you getting this money from? Because I know things are hard for you right now. But she somehow managed to find the money, and she was paying thousands of dollars to take these courses. And, you know, for me, I said, it's not really, I don't see the benefit because these people are offering guarantees that they can't really deliver. And for her, she said, yeah, but there's always something. If I can get one little golden nugget that'll let me move my business forward, then it's worth it to me in the end, no matter how much it costs. So I thought that was a very interesting perspective. And, you know, whereas I was looking at if this person is a multimillionaire, then why are they charging you so much money to take their coaching class? Did they make themselves a multimillionaire just from selling coaching? And are the people they're exposing you to other people who just sell coaching classes? And is everyone just sitting around patting each other on the back? Right? Oh, you have lots of money. I have lots of money too. Oh, we have lots of money together. Look at how successful we are. Yes, we all have lots of money. But how did you get your money? Like, did you do anything other than this coaching class? Or is that your thing? Like, if you're going to tell me how to be a phenomenal singer and do touring across the country, are you a phenomenal singer? Do you have any experience touring across the country? Have you extensively studied touring across the country? What are you bringing to the table that makes me say, okay, I'm going to pay you thousands of dollars? And if you don't have the experience, then just say so. Don't charge me $1,000, but say I don't have the experience, and then let me decide if you have something that I can still benefit from. And that just kind of goes back to something I've been saying about a lot of YouTubers, right? Is that if we don't have the experience to support the claims we're making, if we don't have the double-blind study to back it up, then let's be honest about that and let the audience decide whether or not they want to take that advice and engage. So, I have had my hesitation and reservations when it comes to taking advice from others who are in the mentoring position. But if I'm saying I'm stuck and I need help, then I have to be willing to hear someone out and to take some sort of advice to see if there's a way to make change. I can't just keep doing the things that I was doing because I was stuck before I walked into the session. So do I even really want change? And let's take it back to you, boo-boo. If you don't have what you want, then one thing you have to ask yourself is, do you really want it? Do you really want change? Now, if you are someone who likes to listen to that self-help, as I used to, I'm not really sure where I am right now with that. You might be familiar with lots of quotes by Tony Robbins, Jerome, Les Brown. You gotta be hungry. I love hearing Les Brown say that. It's so fun. Tony Robbins is, what's your why? No, or your why isn't strong enough. And then Eric Thomas, I think, the hip hop preacher. His is what wakes you up? What drives you? What wakes you up? What drives you? And you're the lion and the gazelle. Okay. If you've listened to these guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never heard of any of these people, you think I'm a rambling idiot right now. But I'm comfortable with knowing that you think I'm a rambling idiot. That's okay. So there's a lot of fun ones out there. Maybe I'll do like a separate video of just me imitating the self-help space. Oh my goodness. That just makes me smile and brings joy to my heart right now. It's just thinking of all those things. I'm gonna do one more Les Brown for you. You gotta be hungry. So you don't have what you want. Are you hungry? Did you overeat? Did you not eat? You gotta be hungry. They can't be like, I'm satisfied. You gotta go get that gazelle, lion, girl, and so. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? I mean, it seems so simple, and yet it's really important to think about, do you really want it? I mean, I have been in the performing arts space for a very long time, and sometimes I get frustrated, like, oh, why haven't I been the star of a major motion picture? And then I have to find, well, what does that mean to me? And do I really want it? Okay, like if someone said, yes, Ray, you are going to be the female version of Neo in the Matrix. Here is the script and the contract. Do I really want it? Yeah, let's do it. I am all in. However, if someone said, hey, Ray, you get to be a star of this film. Only thing is you have to not have an opinion. You have to do everything that we say. You have to sleep with this person or join a cult. There's all kinds of different ways. Do I really want it? Well, not if I have to join a cult and sleep with that weirdo. No, thanks. So, do you really want it? That is not to say that you don't deserve to get whatever it is that you said that you want, but you have to think about how badly do you want it? What would you do to get whatever it is that you want? And when you walk into those conversations of, I want advice, then you have to ask yourself, well, what is it that I want from this conversation? Okay. So generally when I'm going into a mentoring session and I'm expecting to receive advice, I'm making it very clear what kind of advice I'm looking for. And I try to make it very clear what doesn't benefit me, right? Which we'll get to in a second. But if I'm giving advice, I want to know from the other person, what kind of advice are they looking for? If you just want for me to be a receptacle, if you just want for me to hear you out and just to agree that, yeah, life is hard being a business owner, then I know my role. Okay, I'm going to hear you out. Yep. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's hard. Ooh, oh, girl. Yes. Life is hard being a business owner. However, if your goal is to get some ideas that might help you change your marketing strategy, well, now I know that you're going to be receptive to me saying, well, with this marketing goal of yours, have you tried? Have you considered doing what has worked for me? Based on what you've told me and what you've done, what I would recommend is, or have you measured how that may have, what went wrong with that, right? So we can flip it all kinds of ways if I know what it is you're looking to get out of that conversation. But if you just looking to complain, well, then I know, okay, this session ain't gonna last too long because I only have so much time and I ain't got all day to just listen to you complain. I go into therapy sessions and I make it very clear up front what it is I'm there for. And I do find it funny when a therapist is like, so how can I help you today? I get the feeling like I'm not just like the typical client. And I'll just make it clear, like, well, I've come to you today because I want your feedback related to XYZ. That is why I'm here. Right? Or I've come to you today because I just want somebody to hear me out. It's a very wonderful quote from Oprah saying people just want to be heard. And it's so true. At the end of the day, people just want to be heard. So if you don't have what you want, are you making sure that you're expressing what you want in a way that allows you to be heard? Now, let's go back to the advice that I don't really find helpful, which is when someone says, oh, you just need to really niche down. You need to know your niche. I've been hearing that for so many years. I've gone through all these silly little worksheets. I remember, signing up with dance studio owner or something like that. Dance Studio Owner Association, and and I remember like trying to Google this guy because it's like he's claimed to have all these major studios in Australia, and I'm just like, I can't find any evidence of this. And you make all this money. Okay, cool. Tell me about the money you made as a studio owner, not the money you're making off of a bunch of struggling studio owners saying they need help with their business. And and maybe he did have tons of studios in Australia. I don't know. I'm in the U.S. I couldn't find proof of all this massive success, but I could find tons of things online about you at workshops with other studio owners. And there's lots of things like fill out this worksheet, narrow down, and who is your ideal customer? Where do they shop? What do they wear? What do they like to drink? All these kinds of things, right? What do they read? What do they smell like? And I remember getting frustrated, just being like, this isn't getting me more sales. Okay, you want me to do these little Facebook ads of little girls skipping and all their tutus, and then when someone signs up, I gotta make sure that if they sign up, if they join today, then they'll get a discount and a free t-shirt. And now I've gotta like make sure I have all these gift bags ready, and I have to give away 20 free classes or 100 free classes, and expect to keep 10 of the 100. And sure, if I'm in a small town or not in a major metropolitan area, then those tactics will work. But in New York City, no. The person who's like, yeah, I'm going to sign up for free, they sign up for everything for free. And they will be more than happy to take that t-shirt, or they will join just for that initial trial period of the $30 or whatever and get all the bonuses. And then they're going to be like, okay, so that was great. Yeah, my kid had so much fun. Actually, there's another free thing that I'm going to go do now. And then they can say, oh, my kid did all these amazing things. You know, my kid's so busy, right? So where the parents' priorities lie. And so it just bugs me immensely when people say you have to niche down. I remember signing up for Marie Forleo's business. She has this like 2-year, I don't know, this maybe it's not a 2-year, this business program that opens once a year, once every 2 years. And there was some good stuff in there, you know. But there's also all these worksheets on niching down, on, you know, really what's your perfect avatar, your customer avatar. And lo and behold, the most recent mentor I met with, who I think is amazing, by the way, she made a suggestion to me, and I said, no, that's not helpful. That's not going to fly. And her response was, well, yeah, this is where you just really need to niche down. And I shot back and just said, no, I'm sorry. Knowing that my ideal customer goes to Starbucks and has some disposable income does not equate to more sales. Does not fly. And this was an email interaction. And I was just like, you know, I know what steps I'm going to be taking to make some change right now, and I will get back to you and let you know how that goes. Now, I did say I think she's wonderful, right? But she's also giving this advice of, yeah, you just got to niche down. So one hand, we have to ask, well, what am I hearing? I'm hearing people telling me you really have to define your customer. And once you know your customer, then the sales will come. Now, maybe that is not what the intention is to communicate, but think of it this way. Kindergartner, they want to read. Okay, their little friends are reading, they want to read. So kindergartner says, Miss Ray, I want to read. Actually, I had a kindergartner go through this. Well, instead of saying, Miss Ray, I want to read, she's like, I don't know how to read. And I'm like, well, you know your letters. She's like, yeah, but I don't know how to read. You've got a point, right? So we could say to a kindergartner who says, I want to know how to read. If a teacher says, well, you have to know your letters. Okay, sure. Yes, they have to know their ABCs. But knowing CAT, knowing those letters, does not teach you how to read the word cat. Because CAT, well, A has A, sate. If I saw CAT and did not know how to read, I would say sate, sate, C-A-T, sate. But that's not the word. The word is cat, because the child does not know that there's a K sound with the C and an A sound with the A. They don't know this. They just told you they don't know how to read. Why are you telling them they just got to know their letters? And that is the same thing when someone says, you just need to really know your customer. You need to niche down. That ain't helpful. It's not helpful that I know that the mom likes to go to yoga class. So what? Okay, mom likes to go to yoga. She reads Self magazine. She'll do anything to make sure her child has extracurricular activities and is entertained and believes in the power of the arts. Their annual household income is about $150K. Now, knowing all of these things, you're going to tell me to go put, postcards in Starbucks? Flyers? Well, Starbucks doesn't allow you to put postcards and flyers there. So do you want me to put advertisements on well, I guess you can't even put advertisements on packaging in Starbucks. So let's see here. The magazine she's reading. You want to put an ad in the magazine she's reading? chances are she's only looking at the ads in that magazine for clothes. She's not really taking a peek-see-poo at what amazing dance programs might be out there for her child. And if she is, she's flipping through this magazine with tons of ads. She's going to have to see the ad multiple times before she goes, maybe I should check this out for my for my kid. And when you think about it, the cost of the ad in the magazine is going to be so much more than what the small business budget has, right? I have a marketing problem. So if I had a big marketing budget, then okay, I can spend 6 months or a year investing in print ads in magazines, because you got to run print ads for a long time. So knowing that she goes to Starbucks or reads this magazine ain't helping. Knowing that the parent goes to maybe a yoga class. Well, do you want me to like go visit all these different yoga studios and sit on the yoga mat next to her and be like, what's up? So let's down dog friends. Tell me, you have kids? Right? Like, that's creepy. She's not going to want to hang out with me. And even if her friends are talking about this amazing activity that their kids are doing, it doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be like, yeah, you know what? Give me that information. I want to sign my kid up right away. She's like, oh, that is so cool. My kid is doing this other thing. Or, well, maybe our kids can like do a hangout day together or something. So knowing all the nitty gritty, what kind of granola my perfect parent eats does not equate to more sales. With that being said, knowing what my customer's background is can help me look at, am I my ideal customer? No, I don't have kids. I do like yoga classes, but I don't read fitness magazines. I used to, but I don't anymore. And I don't drink coffee. Right? So I am not my ideal customer. And so I would never be in the position where I would say, oh my goodness, knowing all this information will help me connect to this ideal customer. In fact, I only need to know like half that information. I only need to know maybe half the niche down stuff to know that, oh yeah, I'm not my ideal customer. Great. Now I can move on and focus on, so how does my ideal customer make purchasing decisions? More importantly, what are they searching online? If I know that I'm going to invest in marketing in the online space, then what are they searching online in order to find my business? And so, why don't you have what you want? Do you know what you want? Did you enter that conversation? Did you enter your mental space of thinking about what changes you want to make in life, knowing really what you want? Like the business owner I was speaking with today, I just asked her, okay, so what do you want out of this conversation? Do you want this or do you want that? She's like, well, I kind of want all the things. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, but what do you want, right? Because if the goal is to actually make change and to make the business stable in order to increase profits and then continue to grow the business, well, then we approach your marketing and problems in one way. If the goal is just to get the business to support other teachers working for you, then we support your business in a different way. If the goal is just to make more money, then maybe you should think about whether or not you want to be in business anymore. Right? Because maybe making more money at this point in your life means just getting a different job or changing careers or closing part of your business and just focusing on being a solopreneur. There are so many different avenues. So when we look at, well, what do we want? Getting what you want starts with really defining what it is you want. It does not start with niching down. Once you really know what you want, then you go ahead and look at, who am I trying to get this from, right? It doesn't even have to be business related. If I really want a date with that hot person over there, well, do I really want a date with that person, or do I just really want a enjoyable date with someone that I'm attracted to? And maybe it doesn't include that person. Maybe that person just represents something I'm attracted to. Maybe I should actually think of how I want to approach dating in general and where I can find more people that represent the qualities that I'm looking for. And it comes to business, in order to get what I want, maybe now that I know I am not selling to me, and I can now focus on what are the search terms that the person I want to sell to, what are they searching for online, where do they do their searches. Those are important things, not what kind of cereal granola you eat, where you shop, and whether or not you like Lululemon or Pendleton or whatever that bike thing is. I don't even know anymore. What do you want? You don't have it? It's probably because you would be bothered to figure out what you really want, or to think about how you're going to get what you really want. Make a plan. You really want it? Make a plan. When you go to the grocery store and you're hungry, you're like, I'm hungry. I will take just about anything. It all winds up in the cart. And you go home and you're like, what am I having for dinner? But when you make that grocery list, right? And then you go to the grocery store and you know exactly what you want. You might get a few little extras here and there, but you're less likely to go home and be like, oh, I meant to get, I forgot, right? And then you're like, oh, I got the tacos, but I don't have any sour cream or guacamole because I forgot. You don't have that problem because you made a plan. So why don't you have what you want? Think about what you want, how you're going to get what you want. Make a plan to get what you want, and then reevaluate. Was your plan successful? Did it work? If it didn't work and you failed, what do you need to change in order to get what you want? Do you still want it, right? Do you still want to be the female Neo in the new Matrix? Ding, right? So just because you don't get what you want the first time around doesn't mean that you just give up like a big old baby. Nah, I can't. I didn't get what I want. I'm not going to play anymore. I didn't win. Yo, what is that? Like Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, both those guys failed like a whole lot of times. I don't remember who failed the most, but they failed a lot of times. Einstein had some failures. All those rich old guys running around now, they've all had failures. The Zuckerbergs, Musk, blah, 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 blah. They've all failed at something. Some of them didn't even finish college, right? Fail. So look, you might not get what you want. That's okay. Is it what you really wanted anyway, right? Maybe you do get what you thought you wanted. I got the date. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, this person is just so gross. They pick their nose. They're really vain. They haven't looked up from their cell phone. They have no interest in me or any of my things that I want to talk about. They've been talking about themselves for about an hour, or they're not talking to me at all because they're just scrolling through their phone and then showing me pictures. Oh, that doesn't sound like a fun date at all to me. But I think that's how, I don't know, maybe that is a fun date. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. Yeah. So it's not enough to niche down. It's not enough to be hungry. You can be hungry all day long and still not get what you want. You can niche down all day long and still not get what you want. Getting what you want involves making a plan. It does not involve being so hungry that you attack the first animal you see or the first customer you see. I think you need my service. Please buy. That's not going to be your key to success. Nor should it be. But maybe it'll be a little inspiration to guide you into making different decisions, perhaps. I don't know. If someone were up in the universe, right, giving out luck, Don't just sit around there going, ooh, I hope they give out luck to me today. Like, okay, we're going to dole out luck today. Who do we have on the docket who deserves something? There's a woman who's in the United States. Her name appears to be Ray, and she thinks she deserves some luck. She thinks she deserves to be the next female Neo in the Matrix. Perhaps we should bestow some luck upon her. She's done some good charitable things. Yes. Does she want it? Yes. Apparently, she wants it. She's mentioned in the diary every night. She is very interested in getting this, and it's. I mean, it seems like she's hungry. She's hungry for this. Oh well. Nah, she wants it too bad. Don't give it to her. Let's give it to the 25-year-old guy who's got a lot of money and lives with his parents and hasn't had to pay a bill in his life ever. Let's give it to him. All right, that's enough for today, everybody. We're going to now take a nap before our spa, and we'll dole out some more luck tomorrow to some more undeserving people. And Ray's like, oh, I do hope I get that role. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Well, if I really wanted it, I would think about what it is that I really want. I just wanted some cool clothes. I ain't even really got to be in the movie. I just wanted the cool clothes. Word. And then I make a plan. I'm going to do some extra side hustle, and I'm going to go shopping, and I'm going to buy some cool Matrix outfits. Nah, actually, that's not going to happen because I don't really want it. And so, my friends, I hope you found this a little entertaining, a little helpful. I don't know. I'm going to go sweat in my other room now. And then so, with that being said, this has been Ray. Always keeping it real. Tell me in the chats what it is that you want. I would love to know in the comments below. Until next time, peace!